Most recently, Tesla introduced the humanoid robot Optimus as part of the Tesla Payday 2 event. It was expected that he would be able to lift loads weighing up to 20 kilograms and think with the help of a dojo computer. But the robot from Elon Musk has one drawback. It does not have a human face. And in fact, in science fiction films, we are often shown mechanisms that are as similar as possible to people. Probably, Tesla equipped its robot with a screen instead of a face because the unnatural facial expressions of such mechanisms cause people to feel fear. However, robots with the most realistic facial expressions exist. The best of them is Ameca from the British company Engineered Arts. Let's find out what skills he has. The humanoid robot ameca was presented during the CES 2022 exhibition, which was held in Las Vegas at the beginning of the year. He was immediately called the most human. Like robot, basically. This is due to the most realistic facial expression. At the time of the presentation, 17 small motors were installed on Akame's face, with which she was able to express joy, sadness, and other basic human emotions. In addition, the robot was able to gesture with his hands, recognize objects around him, and communicate with others. For this, there was a microphone and a speaker on the chest of the mechanism. Visitors to the CES 2022 exhibition could ask the robot questions. Thanks to this, she herself said that she was created to conduct tests on the interaction between humans and robots. Communication is her main function. She also noted that being just an electronic mechanism, she is not capable of feelings. In general, at the beginning of 2022, the British company Engineered Arts managed to attract attention to itself. According to IFL Science, engineers have recently developed the second generation of the ameca robot. It has become even more realistic. This was achieved by increasing the motors in the entire head. The face is equipped with 27 motors, and 5 motors are added to the neck. The same elements are also added to the jaws, eyeballs, eyebrows, and even the nose. In addition, the robot can move its hands, wrists, and fingers, but it cannot walk on its feet. People who are afraid of the uprising of machines can sleep peacefully for now. Thanks to the increased number of motors on the face, the ameca robot is able not only to express basic joy and sadness. At the moment, he knows how to purse his lips, wrinkle his nose, and wink. According to representatives of Engineered Arts, sometimes with the help of facial expressions you can say more than with words. The human face is a communication interface with a very high bandwidth. We can say so much with expressions alone that sometimes words are simply not needed. It is known that the company is already working on a word recognition system so that the robot can fully communicate with people. This function is already built into ameca. However, it does not work well because when communicating, much depends on intonation, voice volume, and context, and the robotic mechanism does not yet know how to recognize them. Sophia is a humanoid robot in the form of a woman, developed by the Hong Kong company Hanson Robotics. It was designed in such a way as to learn and adapt to people's behavior as well as work with them as a consultant, advisor. Of course, it's a stretch to call Sophia a beauty, but given the small number of such creatures, among others, she is still pretty. Gynoid actively participates in public life, participates together with the creators in scientific conferences, political and cultural events. And in 2017, she becomes a citizen of Saudi Arabia and the first robot to receive citizenship of any country. Sophia is smart enough. A powerful artificial intelligence built into its body is responsible for this. It can analyze visual information such as faces, facial expressions, movements. The interlocutor can talk to her on preset topics. But the most interesting thing is that Sophia can perfectly imitate up to 60 human emotions. The robot uses alphabet speech recognition technology and is getting smarter every time. How? Yes, it's just that the software analyzes the conversations with Sophia and corrects further conversations, taking into account the mistakes of the past. Anki Cosmo is a small, intelligent robot that knows how to show emotions and can constantly learn new things, developing the skills originally laid down. Despite its small size, the robot is equipped with powerful artificial intelligence. Its software is represented by 1.5 million lines of software that can be supplemented in the process of learning Cosmo. Externally, Cosmo looks simple and resembles not a robot, but a small toy excavator on tracks. However, it consists of more than 350 parts. The electronic filling consists of speakers, a camera, a loudspeaker, 3 processors. The baby is equipped with a variety of sensors and sensors, which allows him to navigate in space and memorize the location of objects. Thanks to the camera with the function of software facial recognition, the robot remembers the users with whom he had a chance to communicate and can behave differently with them depending on previous communication experience. Through computer vision, he remembers up to 20 faces and rejoices when he sees someone familiar. Cosmo can be called an electronic pet which, living in the owner's house, goes about its business. The robot is programmed in such a way as to show positive emotions more often, delighting its household. But if he doesn't like something, he will be angry and offended. Therefore, it is not necessary to upset the robot often. It may start being harmful or simply refuse to interact with the offender. At the first acquaintance, he behaves shyly. First, he starts playing with cubes, carefully studying the situation, rejoicing and spinning with a raised bucket. Manipulator. Gradually, he begins to memorize the location of objects. It becomes more and more interesting to play with him. In a joint game with the user, Cosmo reacts to winning and losing, rejoicing and being offended. It is controlled through the application of the same name. It contains the abilities of Cosmo. The program and the assistant are one, a system that is controlled by its own Wi-Fi connection. At the same time, it provides for the introduction of additional functions as the bot is trained. You can create new tasks for Cosmo and watch how he learns.
Thanks for watching. Put likes and subscribe to the channel.